I'm actually working on 2 more projects, again based off in Mumbai. And they are about complicated relationships. How certain relationships inform the story is more important to me than the story finally. I am digging deeper into the pasts of Mumbai. On the first day of our shoot, our main location was cancelled. First day of the shoot, we were like, oh god. For 3 days, no, we could not shoot. We were just sitting around. We were not getting the location. Abhi kya karenge? Yeah. So I think filmmaking is all about that. Like at every step, you are trying to kind of navigate the reality of the reality.
You're watching The Hollywood Reporter India at Cannes 2025. Associate partner Longitude 77. Travel partner Air France. Hydration partner Vedika Himalayan Spring Water. And luxury mobility partner BMW. Payal, it's so lovely to have you on The Hollywood Reporter India.
Thank you for having me.
And I can't tell you how proud we are of you and you on that red carpet all over again.
Thank you.
In that amazing suit. You just look smashing. What have the last few days been like?
It's been actually really wonderful for me because I never got a chance to ever watch the entire competition section, because when you have a movie here, you don't, you just here for 3 days and you're just kind of, focusing on your thing. So to see it like this, like the whole curation, the whole program, and also with the, I got really wonderful people in the jury with me. There are filmmakers and artists who I admired for a long time. So for me, it's the greatest joy.
It looked like that. I took a picture of you at opening night, and it was so cute because you were sitting on that stage, and of course, there's Juliette Binoche, and there's Halle Berry, and there's Hong Sang-soo, and there's you, and you were just grinning like this. It was so sweet.
I do grin a lot.
But that's a great thing.
That is my general demeanor.
And that's a great thing. I don't know if you remember this, but last year, I accosted you at the fountain. You had literally just come in from Paris, finished the film. It hadn't even screened.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that might have been actually the first interview you did about the film, because literally nothing had begun. And this journey, Payal, for you to go from a filmmaker with a film in competition to a filmmaker who wins the Grand Prix to a filmmaker who's now in the main competition jury, it is an astounding sort of curve. How have you processed all that's happened in the last year?
It's been great actually for the film and for the amount of work that everybody put into it to have it here in Cannes. It helped us a lot to show the film more all over the world. It's such a joy to get messages from somewhere in India as well as somewhere in the Philippines or different countries where people write to you saying, I saw your movie at my local cinema and I felt like this about it. Sometimes I even get messages from nurses from different countries. Yeah. So for a filmmaker, I think that is, the fact that your movie can reach out to people and that people tell you how they feel about it, that's been the best thing for me.
Yeah. I mean, it got a wide release. I read that it was distributed in over 85 countries, but also the fact that it got a theatrical release in India, right? That was it was so wonderful for all of us to see that.
Yes.
You talked, Payal, in an interview about how you care that people see the film. And if that means that you care about the box office, then yes, you do care about the box office, right? But you're also a very uncompromising artist. Your voice is very singular. Like, how do you negotiate this dance between caring about, how many people see it, caring about having it be accessible in some way, whether it's as authenticity or emotional truth, but also not losing what makes you so amazing?
I think that in India we have a lot of different kind of film, and actually people do have the ability to try to watch other stuff, and I learned that this time actually with this movie, and that it showed in so many theaters and so many people went to see it. So I think what I like to do is like have a there is the placid water and we put a little stone in it and see how big the ripple flows. You hope that the ripple spreads wide, but that people But I think that our audiences are very open, yeah. Like people, everybody will watch a different kind of movie. We are all trying to see, as I like to say, something different.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And you don't feel at all, Payal, like they're just being greedy to have more people, which is what all filmmakers have to be and should be. Will that ever sort of change your voice in any way? Can it?
You know, it's hard to, because there are compromises you make while making a film to negotiate the fact that you want it to be seen. So of course there is that is very important. But if as long as it doesn't kind of um, you know take away something from the vision of the film that we all have together, I think then it's okay. We can make certain, everything is somewhere a negotiation only. Even if somebody falls sick on a set, or if something doesn't, you don't get a location. On the first day of our shoot, our main location was cancelled. First day of the shoot, we were like, oh God, for 3 days, no, we could not shoot. We were just sitting around. Then you change your thoughts, you change what you want to. We were not getting the location. Abhi kya karenge? So I think filmmaking is all about that. Like at every step, you are trying to kind of navigate the reality of the reality.
And hoping for the best.
Yeah, and you have to, like, there is no choice.
Yeah, there's no choice. You know, you said that it's very important we cultivate a taste for non-industrial cinema. And I think Cannes is really the beacon of that, of cultivating, for all of us, just helping us cultivate this taste. But why do you think this is important, especially in a sort of a narrative where it's also doomsday for movies and for theatres? Why is it important to have this taste for non-industrial?
I think taste is a very, it's a word that can be very open, because everybody's taste is so different. So I think we have our own cinema in India, which is so diverse, whether it's, you know, films from the south or films, Marathi film industry, the Assamese film industry. So there is so much different taste. I just think that there is also a place for films that are more formalistic, that are maybe not having big stars in them. So there is a place for every film. That is great now. Like we have so much, so many different things to choose from.
Absolutely.
I mean, as audiences, we should feel so lucky in India.
Yeah. You know, but a couple of directors had said to me that they don't like being on juries because they don't want to compare works of art. How are you working through that?
I mean, yeah, in an ideal world, we should not be comparing movies, because, I mean, it's so different and everybody's coming from a different cultural context and different access and, you know, different everything, different gaze. So it's always a tricky thing, but at the end of the day, it is a film festival that has this history of you know, recognizing certain films that live a long life, but actually to be in the competition itself is so wonderful. And there is already, you know, you're like, okay, but which film makes it to the competition? So there is always that, unfortunately.
There's always a competition.
It's always a competition, and yeah, I guess one has to find the best way to
to handle it.
to be okay with it, and kind of, yeah, okay.
What are you doing next?
Like I've been saying a lot. Actually, it's very early in my development. I take some time to develop projects, to write. I take a lot of time to write films. So I'm actually working on 2 more projects, again based in Mumbai. And they are about complicated relationships, as usual, because I like to work always with relationships, as in how certain relationships inform the story is more important to me than the story finally. So I am digging deeper into the pasts of Mumbai. Also because, you know, our city is right now going through such a geographical change with the sea link and the, you know, land reclamation, and I'm always interested in that as well, as in, you know, how do we navigate the change of the place, the gentrification of areas, and how the city physically is, you know, changing so much.
Yeah.
And it's not true of all cities. It's particularly so of Mumbai. So it's
So
something
Mumbai
that really-
continues to be the
yes,
muse.
yes. To cut it short, of course. I could go on talking about Mumbai, but yeah, it's still a preoccupation.
Yeah.
Maybe after the second film, I'll be like, no, it's become too much, and I'll do something else. But as of now, this is my thought.
Do you think, Payal, that you're a very the trajectory that All We Imagine as Light had was so incredible, right? And not every filmmaker gets that. It's very rare. It's almost a movie fairy tale, right? What did that teach you as a filmmaker? Has it altered you in any way?
I think as filmmakers, there is so much up and down. What gets highlighted is the up,
Always.
and then the down is also there.
Yeah.
I think the main thing learning is to take nothing for granted. You have to continue to just work, and that is one thing that's in your control, to work, to do the work. And I think that's about it. Like, you have to say, okay, this film was watched by so many people, and you try to do the best in the next one.
Yeah. But are you feeling a pressure of the second film? Because that's a real thing, isn't it?
Honestly, like I feel pressure with every film. Did you saw me last year at the fountain, and some people have posted under that video saying they look terrified. I was with Ronobir and we were both like. So I think you spend so much time to make a film, and you spend so many people are involved. It's like a little, it's a tiny industry in itself, every film and every unit and hundreds of people who work on it and spend so much time, effort and sleepless nights. And so you're always anxious whether, how will it be? How will it be to put this out? And I think it's true of anybody even releasing a movie. We see how tense everybody is.
Yeah,
and
yeah. That's just part of the game.
yeah, I mean, it's you're putting a part of yourself out into the world, and you're afraid of how it will be.
But that's probably the joy of it as well, right?
The joy comes later.
First is the sheer anxiety of it.
Yeah, the making of it, But yeah, I mean, I am very, very privileged to do this job, and because it's the only job, I think, not only, but I think it's one of the jobs where there is always so much to learn, and there is so much to appreciate about life. So I think that's a privilege of a filmmaker.
And I have to, before I let you go, ask you, part of being on this jury is also doing that red carpet walk, I don't know how many times. Right? How are you adjusting to all of that?
Well, actually, this time I had a help from my my friend who's a costume designer, Indrakshi, and she's always very encouraging, because I'm always like, I can't do this, I can't do that, I feel shy, She's always very, it's nice to have a cheerleader who's always like, no, just go for it, and I appreciate that, and she gives me some confidence, so so I follow her.
And are you enjoying being a red carpet presence at the Cannes Film Festival?
I mean, it's really fun.
It is fun. You look like you're having fun.
Yeah, and with the co-jury, they are just wonderful people. So we feel like a little family, and it's nice.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Well, listen, have a great time here, and
Thank you.
Really, we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Payal Kapadia. You're watching me on Hollywood Reporter India at Cannes.
You're watching the Hollywood Reporter India at Cannes 2025. Associate partner Longitude 77. Travel partner Air France. Hydration partner Vedika Himalayan Spring Water. And luxury mobility partner BMW.